Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Just getting the last one or two things set up. And there we go. This week we don't have a specific single teacher. We have wisdom from a lot of different teachers to share and lead us into our daily meditation. Somebody, a very good morning. Awesome seeing you. Estelle, good morning to you. Awesome having you here. So today's meditation, if I show you this beautiful hibiscus flower I just picked outside, and if you've meditated with us before, you'll know what this means. This means we're doing the I Am Limitless meditation today. So take a moment to think in your mind, what's one of your most favorite flowers? And think about picking it and holding it in your hand while I read to you this little piece on today's meditation. Marcella, a very good morning to you. So while I read this to you, think about a flower, holding it in your hand. The message for today is, you were created to create. Hey Charlene, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Look at the natural world around you. Every flower, every animal, every tree. See how every expression is an act of creation. Why would you be any different? Every one of your expressions is an act of creation. But the difference between you and the flower that you hold in your hand is that your ability to express has no limits. For the flower, this one expression is it. It doesn't matter. It's not a matter of judging which is better, because by showing up and being its true self, this flower is of service to the world around it. And the same is true for you. By truly being you and doubling down on the you that you really are, without perhaps realizing it, you will serve and shape and support the life around you. But you have the limitless freedom to experiment and play with endless ways of creating until you have found the expressions that make you the most you. So try them all. Anthony, good evening to you. It's awesome seeing you there, man. So a few thoughts from wise teachers. The first one is from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee says, life is wide, limitless. There is no border, no frontier. Joanna Starr says, the limitations that you embrace, they become your life. Choose to be limitless. Laurie Meyer says, you become limitless when you overcome what holds you back. You become limitless when you overcome the things that hold you back. This one is unknown. I don't know who said this, but these words resonate so deeply for me. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Once you become fearless, in other words, overcoming your fears, life becomes limitless. There are ways in which you can create that you haven't even discovered yet. Embrace your limitless nature. So if you are ready, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to, in our mind, walk in the garden and pick a flower for today's meditation. I am lucky enough to have preempted what today's meditation will be, and I've already picked one. If you're ready, you can close your eyes, and here we go, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, transport yourself to a garden somewhere. It might be right outside your front door. Might be your favorite garden somewhere. Might even be some mythical garden. Some science fiction garden in a dream or a movie. Find your favorite flower, pick it, stick it in your hair or behind your ear, and take a seat in this garden. If you were to drop your hands to the ground next to you in this garden, what would you feel under your palms? What would you feel between your fingers? In this garden, what does the breeze carry to you? What do you hear in this garden? What are the smells in this garden? And in this garden, how does the breeze feel on your skin? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. As you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, as much as we are able to at least, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a very good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want to remind you of the flower you picked in your garden. Take it out from behind your ear or from your hair where you put it away. Hold the stem between your fingers and take your next big breath. Our journey today starts out with inspecting this flower from all of its angles. finding all of its texture. And I want to invite you to be as open and as playful as possible with this experience. Lean into the visualization. I know that sometimes creating a mental picture feels easy, and sometimes creating that mental picture feels really hard. It doesn't matter too much whether the picture we get is clear, but leaning into our imagination is extremely useful. It is a little bit like when you fall asleep and you dream and your mind sees images that aren't quite realistic for this moment. If you're able to lean into this meditation and help your mind see as clearly as you possibly can this flower in your hand, you're helping bring your brain waves down lower, just like if you were asleep and dreaming. And in this lower brainwave state, you have more access to your subconscious. So let's have fun with this exploration. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, you're holding this flower by its green stem. And I want you to inspect this green stem between your fingers. What does this green stem look like? Is it a really thin stem, or is it a pretty thick stem for a flower? Is it solid and woody and hard, or is it more hollow and squishy? Is it really smooth or kind of hairy? What does the stem of your flower look like? Take your next big breath. We'll follow the green stem up to the base of the flower. And right there at the base of the flower, this green stem becomes something that looks almost like two cupped hands. Little green petals holding the base of the flower together, like a little bowl. Take a moment and study that perfection. Take your next big breath. Then take a really good look at the underside of this flower you're holding. The bottom side of the petals. Take a good look at the texture. What would that texture feel like under your fingers? Take a good look at the color. Is it a uniform color? Or are there changes in the shade of the color on the underside of the petals? Take your next big breath. Turn the flower over and have the face of the flower face you. Now looking at the front facing surface of the petals, trace the edges of the petals. Are they smooth and symmetric? Are they more frilled? Take your next big breath. Take a good look at the color of the petals of the front-facing side. Is it a uniform color all through all of the petals? Or are there changes in the shading of the color? Take your next big breath. and follow the petals right into the center of the flower. What does the center of this flower in your hand look like? Is it soft and spongy and yellow or green? Or does it descend into the depths of a trumpeting flower? Take a look at the flower that you're holding. See the perfection there. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. Slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale possible. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness to settle in every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. We pick up a flower and we find it easy to be in awe of the perfection. A perfect flower. And if I do draw your attention to the fact that if we have to be technical about this, if we search, we'll find the imperfections. We'll find the places where the cells didn't develop exactly the way they should have. And still, with this flower in your hand, you'll say, but it's perfectly imperfect. It is exactly as it should be. My wish for you is that you can use the same lens that you looked at this flower through to also look at yourself. See yourself through the same lens. See the perfection with which you were created. And when you come across some flaws, know that you are indeed perfectly imperfect. I do like this comparison with a flower, because while we are so easily in awe of the flower is also so obviously limited. And it deserves our awe for sure. But this should indicate something about you. If you can be in awe of this flower that really only has this one expression, this is it. You can't do more. Yet it does exactly what it should be doing. And in its limited expression, it is beautifully in service of the world around it. Know that your ability to express yourself is limitless, and already you have expressed yourself in countless ways more than this one expression of a flower. And there are ways in which you can create that you have not discovered yet. Now, you don't have to reach so high as to be the person that changes the world. That could be somewhere in between. For a flower, and let's just say it is a wild flower that no one ever stumbled across. No one ever saw its beauty, yet there it was, doing its thing. Does it make it inferior because we didn't see it, we didn't stand in awe? Or did it fulfill its purpose? For us, it could be anywhere on that spectrum of being an invisible wild flower knowing I'm fulfilling my purpose, or on the other hand, being the Elon Musk or the Steve Jobs that changes the world. It could be anywhere on that spectrum. You just need to surrender into the true being that you are, and not care too much how it's seen by anyone else. Because your being, your soul is here in service of the world around you. You just need to double down on being who you are. And perhaps it starts with being able to look at the flower that you are and stand in awe. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this profound lesson from a simple, limited flower. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to use the same lens that I see this flower through. Learning to use that same lens when I look at the rest of the world and also myself. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having completely let go any expectation of perfection in myself and in others. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that being able to hold beauty and also flaws together, being able to appreciate in the same instance beauty along with its flaws, is its own kind of perfection. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for coming on this journey with us today. Michelle, good morning. Linda, good morning. Awesome seeing you right here today. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you, Anthony. And whoever else might still be in the background. You really are limitless. Or put a different way, the ways in which you can express yourself are limitless. But I do think it's necessary for us, before we really can embrace our limitless nature, to be able to look at ourselves with the same awe, to be able to look at ourselves and recognize the same beauty, and not get so stuck on the flaws we might see. Because if we want to look at perfection in a technical way, we'll never find it anywhere. But having a deep appreciation for the beauty and the flaws together, I do believe that that is a certain kind of perfection. Have an awesome day. Lots of love to you all. Ciao, ciao.